Hello and welcome back to another CN Travels video. I'm outside today. It's a beautiful, stunning morning. We are going to be testing out the Nikon D5600 with the Nikon macro AFS lens, 85mm 3.5G ED lens, and we're going to try and get some of this frost in the morning, see how good the quality of the images are from this fairly inexpensive DSLR from Nikon. And first thing I notice, of course, is the flippy openy screen. I'm currently filming on the Z7 with a 20mm f1.8 S lens, magic, but can't see myself, don't have a flippy openy screen. Come on Nikon, get your stuff together. Anybody, let's get into the garden, let's take some photographs. So cool. I think this is some of the most fun I've had with photography over the last few weeks, if I'm honest. It's something different. I'm not really a macro photographer, but this little lens, macro DX lens, 85mm, it's superb. And using this little D5600 is really fantastic. It's all you need. But I'm going to try and get some more photos before all the frost melts. You can see the sun is beginning to come out, and as soon as that sun comes out, it melts this frost pretty quick. So I'm going to try and get some more pictures. It's fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. Well, I have a very special little clip now to show you. Our little mouse in the garden came out while I was taking some macro photographs of the frost on the roses, and tested a bit of the object tracking. It's not the best, but not the worst. It did keep focus, did have to search a little bit, so it's not perhaps the best video camera thus far, at least when using the focus tracking box, but I think as well it's probably not so good with this kind of lens taking that sort of a video. Here's a little video clip, perfect little guy. And what I did to overcome the constant searching, of course, is just to flip over to manual focus and manually adjust it. The mouse came in and out. I didn't have to work too hard. Good. I shot that at 180p, 60 frames a second. Not so bad. Let's get into the images and have a look at them and give you my feedback. Hello, right, so now you've seen I've got the macro out. It's a different day today. It's overcast, it's murky, and it's low light time. Test out the ISO on the D5600 right here with me. I've got this 70-300 DX 4.5 to 6.3 lens, a fairly starter out lens to be using. I've also got the kit 18 to 55 millimeter also DXVR lens 3.5 to 5.6 AFP Nikon lens, and of course, which I think is probably one of the better lenses to invest in, is this 16 to 80 millimeter f2.8 to f4 ED lens, also DXVR of course, but this is going to let a lot more light in obviously. So we're simply going to do a handheld test, put the camera on manual mode, and sort of tried our best to match the settings, and then of course increase the ISO. I'll start the ISO very low, around 320, and then work my way up from there to see when it starts to get grainy.
Faces passing by too fast to recognize.
I've actually enjoyed doing that ISO test. I haven't actually done too much low light testing and really enjoyed doing it. As you saw from there, I simply put the first image out at 400 ISO, then went up to 640, then 1250, then 2500, 5000, 10,000, 20,000, and then finishing on 25,600, the highest ISO that the D5600 can go to. I also tested it with the kit lens, the 18 to 55, then I tested it, well, first I tested it with the 70 to 300, then the kit 18 to 55, and then the very nice 16 to 80 millimeter f2.4 to f4. And what I found out was that all the lenses were very good up to 1250, and I mean that's like usable, very, very good. I found that the 70 to 300 is also still very good at ISO 2500, which is great for those wildlife photographers out there who are thinking of getting this for a stills camera. With the kit 18 to 55, the 2500 ISO was okay, not great, but good. And what I noticed actually with the more expensive 2.8 lens at f4.5, I kept all of the lenses at the same f-stop. I thought that would be a more fairer reflection, and I found a lot more purple fringing. But perhaps if you stop down the 16 to 80, the f2.8 to f4 lens, then perhaps that would go away. But I even found the 70 to 300 was still very good at 5000 ISO. I mean, my measurements were very, very good, okay, and then non-usable. That basically was my personal opinion on how I should judge. Because would I use it? But I want to give you as honest a review as I can. So would I use it? And if it's unusable, then it's unusable. If it's okay, then hey, it's okay for like an Instagram or Facebook share. And then good would be okay, maybe I can print this even. And very good would be I could print it to, this sort of a size. It's an A0 size, I think, or an A1, I'm not sure, but a big size. And I think you could use the 70 to 300 all the way up to 2500 ISO, and in terms of printing, and it would be good enough easily for Instagram at 5000, no problem. And if that's the kind of thing that you're looking for, then there's no problem with this lens. Naturally, of course, now I'm looking at the price. Now, the best deal that I can find, this is obviously it varies all over the place. Today happens to be Cyber Monday, so maybe it's a good time to look for deals, but the best deal that I could find for the D5600 body with the kit 18 to 55 and the 70 to 300, and it had a 16GB memory card and SD card. Not that it was a very good SD card. I would personally get the best little cards you can get if you're going to get this camera, and it was about 700 francs with a 22% off on. I put up the little screenshot here, I think, on fusht.ch. That's really not a bad price at all for what you're getting, of course. And the little DX lenses have been really good. I was blown away actually by the 7300 and how good it still was at 5000 ISO. Very, very good. So for me, that would be a great package. But then of course you begin to think, and I've had the wonderful privilege, I suppose, of using the Z50 also with a similar range and zooms. It's a 16 to 50, I think, and then a 25 to 250, if I'm not mistaken. Where the Z50 is, it's got a lot more features. It also shoots 4K, and it has far better video. Now, you saw the video clips that I did earlier, and I'll put up now a video clip. I was literally stationary object, and still it happens on so many DSLRs, even at your higher end, it still searches. The mirrorless systems, they just don't do that, which is fantastic if you're going to be doing a lot of video work, perhaps. And that is where the D5600 falls way short. It doesn't matter how good it is in ISO or how good it is in low light. It doesn't matter how sharp it focuses. If it's always searching, it makes video almost impossible. And I would say then, of course, oh well, then I can just switch it over to manual, which you can do, which I explained before, but there's no focus peaking, which you have with the Z50 if you're finding that it's having focus issues. So for me, I would invest the extra 200. I can find a deal. Here's the little screenshot for a Z50 with those 16 to 50 and the 50 to 250 lenses at 1,000 Swiss francs, which is 200 more. Maths is really good today. Which is 200 more than the equivalent kit package for the D5600. And that's my honest opinion. I would go the extra mile and invest that $200 more and get what really is a fantastic little camera in the Z50. I hope you enjoyed the content today. It really gives me great pleasure to say that we've reached 250 subscribers. Thank you so much. If you liked the content today, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. In the links below, we have the link to our website if you want to learn more about CM Travels and perhaps you want to take amazing wildlife photos somewhere on our magical planet, whether that's Antarctica, Africa, Brazil, Canada, you name it, we do amazing trips there. Also, there's links to our very cool CM Travels t-shirts, which you can find down below. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.